Hey guys, Chris here. We're going to look at some of the changes that we made to the Roland Fantom X8. These changes can be happening at Hazeldale. Right now they're on Hazeldale, and we will update them to Battleground. But I wanted to show you, there's questions on how do you get favorites and a list of just the sounds that you'd like to use. When you start up, the easiest way to get there, and I've already pre-programmed it, but I'll show you the pre-programmed stuff and how to change them, also how to add to it and subtract. But to get to a favorites list, this is a list of the sounds and patches we use often. From the startup screen here, you'll go and hit 2, or where it says favorite, you'll click favorite. That'll bring up your patch list. You'll change it to patch 1. These are all the favorites that are already stored in bank 1. So F1 is Peep Derple. To get that, I'd press F1. You can see that it's up and running, and right now if I were to play this, it would be this sound. You do not have to exit this screen. You can continue to play all the sounds here and then make your next change to maybe a string section here, to cello, warm strings. Maybe I want to go over here and do this piano strings mix, or I want to just my grand piano. I'll press 6 to get that. Now again, you don't have to exit it. If it does get exited out of, and this screen goes down, again it's favorites right here, and you'll hit 2. Sometimes there's multiple banks for us to save stuff in, so we can do that as well. If you're going to program in favorites or remove favorites from the patch list, from the start screen or this screen here, you will click patch lists. Then you can either find the patch that you're looking for and add it to the favorites from that one, or you can simply just go to favorites first. That will show you the banks that you're in. You'll use these to scroll through the banks. You can see all the banks that are there. Banks 3, I've only set up bank 1. All of these are existing banks that are in the system from a previous user. So bank 1's the only one I've set up. So you get to bank 1. To scroll inside of the one, you use the scroll wheel, and that will just toggle it up and down. To remove something, so let's say I want to get rid of the Ultimate Grand, I would simply hit the remove button. That would remove it. Now you can see that I currently have the Ultimate Grand selected. So I can add that back in by hitting register. That's this button here, F6. So I'll hit register. And now that patch is in. Now if I want to add another one, I'll go find a blank space. So I'll hit the down arrow box over here, or I'll use the scroll wheel and I'll get to the open one. I can hit select, this button here. Then I could just go simply find by using my standard patch list, I could find my presets that I want to use. So maybe I want to add this lo-fi grand piano. So let's say I want that. So I would just select it like I'm going to play it. Then I would click on favorites again, and you can see it's right here. Lo-fi grand is right there. That's what I want, so I'll find an open space and hit register. Now it's added into the mix. So now from here I can just, I have it selected, I can just continue to play, and I hit enter there. That brings me into this screen by hitting this enter button. So now I'm in this screen here. And I'm in the keyboard Ultimate Grand. If I want to get back to my favorites list, I'll click F2, gets my favorites. There's my lo-fi grand. I can grab F7. Now I can play it from right in this point. It's playable, or I can switch into Ultimate Grand Piano, piano and strings, warm strings, cello, string section, and Peep Derple. So that's how you set up the favorites list. Again, if you're staring right at this screen, you click favorites. That will get you into what's there, what's already pre-programmed. To toggle the bank, you just use this scroll wheel, and that toggles the banks. And then all the way back up. And from here, again, to get to how to set these up. You go into your standard patch list. You'd find a patch that you want to add. Once you've selected like you were going to play it, you'd hit favorite. You could either change the bank, start a new bank here, or work through it. Basically, what I would do is, keep bank 1. That'd be our standard stuff. Feel free to edit it if you don't see anything here that you want. You could set up your own bank here. Basically, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 through 8. There, you can delete them all, and you can just delete them all by hitting the remove button, selecting the right one, and removing it. And so you can feel free to remove them and add them as you need. Just claim your own bank. So if you start a bank just for you, just make sure you write it down or send it to somebody and say, this is my bank. This is the one I want to use. If you need any help with that, give me a shout. I'm available on my email, christopher.harold@hotmail.com, or you can just hit me on my Coffee Church email at chris@coffeechurch.com. There's the tutorial on the Roland Fantom X8 on setting up favorites. Thanks, guys.